They were in tracking mode, but at this point, that is a tracking mode no longer. And you can see taking some pretty sharp turns. Those roads appear to be pretty narrow as well. Hate to see if there were maybe somebody out for an evening walk. It is just after 5 p.m., maybe someone out for a stroll, possibly even some kids, maybe on a bike. Michael Sayer is with us right now, our expert. And just your thoughts as you see this person sort of going in circles and down these narrow streets in this neighborhood in Wilmington.
Yeah, a lot of times, once the air unit gets over to them, they follow a lot of times because they're trying to gain information from the original crime scene and exactly what crimes they have on the vehicle. And then they go in pursuit and announce it. And a lot of times, once they've gotten into pursuit of a vehicle like this, they'll circle an area that they're familiar with, looking for an opportunity to break loose and to go into foot pursuit or try to get away from the police.
All right, so when they go in this area that seems to be a circular area, this Wilmington area here, I bet it allows police to possibly, going through a parking lot there, to possibly get in place, to possibly deploy a spike strip. Is that what you can do on these kind of speeds here and this kind of neighborhood?
Yeah, it helps because there's not a lot of other traffic. I mean, that's one of the things you have to watch out for with spike strips is somebody else running over them. But it's a good opportunity, and plus, it gives other units an opportunity to get into the area, to parallel the pursuit, and to make a plan to set up a perimeter if they do run and what to do thereafter.
As we're watching here, maybe you're just joining us here on Fox 11. This is a live look at Sky Fox in the Wilmington area. There is a suspected a stolen car chase going on here right in the middle of your screen. You can see that spotlight from up above from the helicopters. A silver BMW, and this driver just sort of driving around and around, kind of took that speed hump pretty fast in circles in this particular neighborhood in Wilmington. So far avoiding freeways at this hour, and it looks like, okay, that's just another turn. I thought that might be a driveway, pardon me. Avoiding freeways at this time, and of course rush hour, 5 o'clock in the Los Angeles area. Probably not going to get very far. Trying to figure out, does this person know the area? Are they familiar with the area? Can you speak to that at all, Michael, as we see this driver just sort of driving around in loops and circles here?
Yeah, you never know. They could be on a cell phone with a friend. They could be on a cell phone trying to make arrangements if they dump the car and bail out, a house to go into, somebody else that's in the area. They could be looking for an opportunity to get distance between them and the original pursuit vehicle to see if they can, have time to bail out. But most of the time when they start circling like this, it's because they're looking for an opportunity or an area they're familiar with to get out.
We're looking at the area near the 110 freeway in the Wilmington area near PCH. I'm surprised as I look at this hour, coming up on 5:30 here in about 10 minutes, that there's not a lot of traffic here. But then again, look at that wide shot there. You see all of those LAPD cars behind this vehicle and that helicopter overhead, that night sun there that's giving this driver, letting that driver know right there that LAPD is not far behind and is tracking from overhead. But I am looking at the traffic here, Mike, and I don't see a lot of traffic. So this person's able to get around pretty quickly.
Yeah, it is unusual, Christine, because like you say, exactly right. It's prime time for traffic and people to be going homes and things like that. And again,
okay, Mike, I'm going to interrupt here. We have the car stopped. Looks like some people are talking to the vehicle. Don't know if they know who this person is, but if you have a car going in an area that's kind of circling around, you got to think they're in a neighborhood that might be familiar to them. Perhaps these are friends. Don't know if they're instructing them to bring this to an end or encouraging them. But you have the police there. Their doors are open. Yeah. They're ready to bring this to a close.
Officers are out. They are taking a defensive stance behind their doors. They have their guns drawn. No movement just yet from the driver and the suspected stolen BMW that you see right in the middle of that silver car center screen. You can also see there are some people standing nearby on those sidewalks. Would hate to see any sort of gunfire erupt in this moment. We don't know if the driver of that suspected stolen vehicle there is armed. We don't really know a whole lot other than they were driving pretty fast, pretty erratically and in circles. And that's a little better perspective now. We can see it looks like the driver's side window is down. And he's
there's some movement there.
There is some movement. It looks. I don't see anyone in the passenger seat. I don't know if you do. Okay, the driver's side door is opening. It looks like, no, wait a minute, maybe there is somebody in the passenger side. The driver's side door is opening. I'm sure the police officers are in communication, yelling their commands. They will have him get out, or this woman, we don't know yet, either male or female. They will have them get out and clear the vehicle here in a moment, most likely either face down on that ground, on the concrete. We've seen enough of these with their arms and legs spread out to their side as to not, minimize the threat as they clear the vehicle to see maybe there's other people inside. We just don't know.
You know, I'm hearing from our Kevin Takumi that it's a female driver. So let's wait and see as we get a better look here as that driver is making a lot of movement there in that vehicle, playing around there with the passenger seat. I don't know if she's trying to open the door to let them know it's okay, it's safe, but her door is open. The people that were there on the sidewalk have pushed back, I'm sure at the command of the LAPD officers who want them to stay out of this, for everybody's safety, the officers' safety, the people there on the street, to stay out of this. We don't know who they are either. But as we take that wider look, you can see they have backed off. And Mike Sayer, as you look at this here, we've pulled wide here. We've pulled wide to take a look at this. For police dealing with people there on the street, how does that change the game?
Well, it almost looks like this could have been involved from like a family dispute or a boyfriend-girlfriend dispute. Maybe they reported the car stolen after she took it. She might have been on the phone with these guys that were on the sidewalk. There looked like there was some familiarity. And the police don't look too alarmed. They don't look like they're taking down your normal, violent stolen vehicle.
She doesn't look too alarmed herself. She's out. We see her hands up. Is she putting her hair in a ponytail?
Or hands behind her head.
Or just hands behind the head. Can't really tell. Looks like she was fixing her hair. Hands on hip, okay. Hands back on the top of the head. She's backing up slowly. And we assume at this point, proper protocol, they will ask her to get down on her knees and lay down with her arms and legs spread so that just to minimize, again, the threat to themselves and other people around there. So, yeah, you were talking this could be some sort of a family or a domestic, but this is in a busy shopping complex. And there are many people around here, just as the camera pans around. So there are a lot of innocent bystanders around. So, of course, police want to be very careful and very meticulous in how they bring this matter to an end.
She's on the ground there. Yeah, Sergeant Sayer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
They still have to operate in a professional manner. They still have to operate in a tactical manner because even a family dispute, I mean, most of your officers are killed and injured during family disputes. So emotions are always very high. But so they still have to conduct themselves in a way that this could evolve into a violent situation. But they don't look really alarmed. So they've got information on this that more than what we have, in that they're making their tactical moves, but they also don't want to overreact, nor do they want any citizens to get involved thinking that they were overreacting.
All right. Well, we have this woman now in custody. Looks like the car has been cleared. And I think you make a very good point about the stance of the officers. They look like they've got everything there under control. There doesn't seem to be a concern about the people that were there on the side of the street. And I did see some officers kind of direct themselves towards those people. So it looks like this has come to an end peacefully. Nobody hurt. She is in custody there. And you know, who knows what the story is behind this car that was reported stolen.
Pretty much, yeah, this one, if you could say, was textbook from San Pedro to Wilmington, and it looks like police have this under control. Michael Sayer, we appreciate you jumping on the phone with us. We're going to leave our coverage of this chase and now end it, I should say, right there.
All right.